we'll look at the most fascinating plasticine.
Fascinating plasticine? Sounds interesting.
Patrick, you are 36 years old. Are you still interested in plasticine?
Well, yes. You can make absolutely anything out of it.
Why do I have such a stupid face on this can?
In my opinion, this is your most ordinary face. Don't you think so?
No, I think there's something wrong with his lips.
Why is it green? How is it connected to me?
I don't think anyone would like to play with gray plasticine.
Is this a special rolling pin for Play-Doh? I want one too.
Are you really interested in this nonsense at 36 years old?
Look, Squidward, it's you!
Wait, he'll just use this form to make my outline?
Actually, I thought that they would make full-fledged figures here.
Maybe this is just the beginning. Let's see what happens next.
I'm sure nothing interesting will happen here.
Now he has to use the second thing to add the outline.
I still can't figure out why this thing is green.
Apparently the color of the plasticine matches the color of the jar lid.
By the way, it turned out pretty funny. You're boring here as always.
What is this toy and why do I have so many hands here?
Actually, there are exactly as many hands depicted here as you have.
But for some reason you use your legs like hands here.
So can someone explain to us why this toy was here at all?
Looks like it's not, and now it'll stand here instead of that bucket.
And now it's time for my plasticine.
I think it's too pink. I think it's a slightly different color.
This thing actually looks like a giant piece of chewed gum.
After you said that, I wanted to chew it.
I don't think it will be tasty, and most likely it will be harmful to your body.
He got that miniature rolling pin out again. I really dream of having one like that.
Why is my mold yellow? It looks like a cut bell pepper.
This doesn't even look like bell pepper, although who am I ordering this for?
He needs to take this thing out very carefully so as not to crush the main figure.
Okay, he did pretty well. And now it's time to finish it.
I still don't understand why I'm watching this with you because I'm not interested in the least bit.
This turned out great. I wish I had a rug like this in my bathroom.
Patrick, he would have been finished after just one shower from you?
Just look at this cute toy. Is this some kind of ice cream, Patrick?
Hair? Yo, I've never had such a cool hairstyle.
Why do you need such a hairstyle? Do you want to look like an even bigger idiot?
Actually, I want a hairstyle so that girls will like it.
Dude, to be liked by girls, it's what's in your head that matters, not your head of hair.
Guys, is this a podcast about relationships or are we reviewing Play-Doh?
I don't know, but I think recording a podcast would be cool.
Why did they choose your color perfectly and our colors were chosen stupidly?
I don't know, but personally, this flatbread reminds me of a huge piece of cheese.
I have never seen cheese of such consistency.
Actually, any cheese can have this consistency if you melt it a little.
Well, now it's time to make the same Spongebob shape!
To be honest, I don't know what to talk about here anymore. In my opinion, everything that happens on the screen is the same.
If you continue to be a bore, you will get less money for this video.
Wait, does he even get paid?
You mean to tell me that all this time you were actually watching it for free? You really are an idiot.
Look what a perfect plasticine figurine you got.
Dude, you made the best figure we've ever seen.
And it seems to me that it looks just as stupid and useless as the previous ones.
Stop being such a bore. Now let's see what toy they put there.
Why do you look like a Mexican here?
Actually, it looks more like a Spaniard than a Mexican.
I can't play the guitar at all. Why did they give it to me?
Are you still trying to find logic in this video? Dude, they literally just make crafts out of Play-Doh.
There are only 2 buckets left, and this is a bucket of plankton and sandy.
And the first one will be Plankton! But I think his color is also too bright.
He's definitely not that color. He's more like the same color as me.
Yes, I agree that their choice of colors is really strange, but let's see what happens.
This rolling pin again. It's starting to piss me off.
Do you have some kind of hatred for everything miniature?
Yes, this hatred started when I met Plankton.
By the way, I just now noticed that these molds were most likely made on a 3D printer.
Yes, most likely this guy makes them himself. He's pretty good at it.
Finally, I heard something nice from you, Squidward, in this video.
I think that was the last time. He's a real bore.
Maybe you both could shut up and we could just finish watching this damn video?
By the way, Plankton also turned out cool. But what kind of toy will it be?
This is some plankton with a crown in his hand? Okay, this is weird.
This thing can also be started and it will look like it will run on its own. Okay, that's cool.
Don't you think it's strange that this toy was made as tall as us? It should be several times smaller.
But in my opinion, he deserves to at least be big somewhere.
Okay, it's finally time for the very last bucket.
By the way, this thing is brown this time and this color suits it.
Apparently today we were lucky with the color. Only me and Sandy. You don't have to be jealous.
Do you really think that I give a damn about this?
Wait, Squidward. You don't think we're just gonna do one video today, do you?
Are you trying to tell me that I'll have to look at plasticine again today?
Dude, this video is too short. I want to watch another one.
Sometimes it seems to me that you are the only people that I hate so much.
By the way, he finally made this thing and it looks perfect too.
Perfect 2? Or maybe perfect 3? And perfect 4?
Dude, that was your attempt at humor in your life.
Squidward, are you serious? I just laughed like crazy with the microphone off.
Oh my god, I sometimes think that if you take a normal brain, divide it into 12 parts, then throw it in acid and take it out, it will be your one brain for 2.
Look at this cool toy. Did Sandy ever have a rocket like this?
Even if it were, she would hardly be able to fly anywhere on it.
Why? It seems to me that this rocket is pretty cool and powerful.
No, because we are underwater and the laws of physics work differently here. Genius.
Have you ever been bothered by the fact that we can sometimes make a fire underwater?
Actually, there is an explanation for this, but in any case, it will be illogical.
By the way, we have already moved on to the next video, and here they will make a Patrick figurine again.
Another one? I hope this time he will have a different shape.
Why does he always use that tiny rolling pin? It really pisses me off.
Yes, we've heard that before. Maybe you should ask him personally?
If I had such an opportunity, I would definitely do it.
Look, this time I think he's doing something different.
Yes, he changed his tool and now he does it with some other thing.
By the way, I like what he got this time much more.
Yes, but for some reason he still used some idiotic colored plasticine.
Someday he will definitely choose the right color, but I don't think this time.
But this time the toy was less interesting. In my opinion, it's just static.
And it also seems to me that it is assembled incorrectly because Patrick's belly sticks out a lot here.
Maybe you should call my tummy something more affectionate.
Tummy, dude, you have a real belly. There is no other way to call it.
By the way, for some reason this time the guy decided to start from the other side and chose a bucket with Squidward drawn on it.
This stupid color again? Oh my god, I can't look at this anymore.
Oh, come on, but his crafts are quite beautiful.
I don't care. I'm tired of watching him use blue Play-Doh and an orange mold instead of gray.
Dude, I'm starting to get the feeling you're about to cry over some stupid thing.
You want to call me a crybaby? Dude, I live in the next house. I'm coming to you now.
So relax. Let's change the video and watch a video about the evolution of Italian brain dot characters.
Patrick, are you serious? It's literally a cup of coffee that has a body and a face.
Squidward, you're too picky. They look funny.
She looked cute as a child.
What's going on with you? Are you really so touched by a coffee mug that has a body?
Well, look at her. She's such a cutie.
Yes, she makes such funny faces in front of the mirror.
Oh my god, I don't think I'll ever really understand this.
I just realized that she was born in 1960. Is she really that old?
Yes, if I counted correctly, she is now already 65 years old.
Wow, she looked so hot in the 90s.
Admit it, Spongebob. Are you into her?
Are you out of your mind? She's 65 now. How can anyone fall for her?
Yo, but in this form, she looks extremely unattractive.
Spongebob, be careful with your language. It's called ageism.
It was the most ordinary statement of facts. Now she is a terrible old woman no one needs.
I didn't mean that. By the way, look, she looked younger in 2060.
I think these weird guys liked her.
Oh no, something really bad is definitely going to happen now.
They're actually walking straight towards her. Why isn't she running away?
These guys got too close to her. Wait, who is this?
This is another stupid meme, and to be honest, it irritates me too.
How can such little ones irritate you? They look so cute.
I still can't figure out what kind of characters these are. I've never seen them.
This is some kind of salt shaker and a jar of honey. How could you even make a meme out of this?
But to be honest, they dance very funny.
How can they even evolve? The salt shaker and the honey jar became school children.
I'm more interested in what they'll learn in school, like how to shake salt.
By the way, in 20 years they have turned into very serious men. These guys are formidable.
If someone actually makes a horror movie with these two characters, I'll be shocked.
By the way, these guys look pretty sad in their old age. Maybe they had a hard life.
Yes, they look extremely sad. What made them look like that?
And now they've turned into some kind of cyborgs. What even happened in 2060?
Probably all of them were replaced by artificial intelligence. Although they are also artificial intelligence, aren't they?
But these guys lived long enough. True, they came to an end in 2101.
Are these some kind of intergalactic samurai? I don't understand anything.
Okay, it doesn't matter because now we're watching some kind of goose plane.
Does he have a teddy bear in his nest? That's weird.
Come on, he's just a kid. It's his toy.
I don't give a damn. It's a duck in the shape of an airplane. Do you even know what you're talking about?
Actually, this is Bombardini Guzzini, and this is what she looked like when she was little.
She looked pretty weird. I think she should have left her paws.
Dude, what paws? She can only have wings. She's a bird.
It looks like in 2008, she finally learned to fly. That's cool.
And in 2023, it already began to look like we are used to seeing it.
Why is it called a Bombardini anyway? Does it actually bomb something?
Has she really aged that much in 2059?
I think she's very poorly preserved, but she looks more like a goose.
Wow. In the future, she turned out to be some kind of cool cyborg fighter.
Red eyes? I wouldn't trust a duck like that.
Yo, in 2100, it got blown up. Who did that?
These are some weird intergalactic fighters. They are really evil.
It's a pity that she didn't manage to live long. But now we'll look at another creature.
Let me guess. This creature's name is Chimpanzini Bananini?
Yes, this guy is also a very popular character.
Someday, I will definitely understand why they are popular, but now it's a mystery to me.
Dude, this is actually art too, but it's generated using artificial intelligence.
Well, actually, these can also be considered as drawings, but they are made with the help of a computer.
This cannot be considered art because it is some kind of crazy nonsense that has no meaning.
Actually, it's funny. Like a chimpanzee that sits inside a banana, and it's a separate creature.
Squidward, are you even aware that we are actually voiced by artificial intelligence?
What? No, I think you're talking complete nonsense.
Yes, and in fact, everything we say is done by one guy who sits on his balcony.
Do you seriously believe this? Just imagine what an idiot you have to be to sit on the balcony for several hours to make one video.
I think you will be very surprised when you find out the truth.
In fact, all this time you are surprised by the pictures that are generated by artificial intelligence.
No, dude, you're definitely starting to get schizophrenic. It's time for you to stop with this.
Do you even see what happened to this chimpanzee? She also died in 2113.
It's weird that absolutely all the characters die here. And by the way, who is this guy?
This is some kind of strange monkey or yeti. I can't figure out who it is at all.
I think I'm starting to guess who it is. Last time we watched an animation about these characters, I saw him.
This guy's driving me crazy. I think he looks like some kind of hairy gnome.
Where is he running? Somebody stop this guy.
Don't you find it strange that this guy wears a hat but he doesn't wear any pants?
Don't you find it strange that you wear pants but never wear a t-shirt?
In fact, he just doesn't even know where his head begins.
Seriously? Dude, it's obvious. His head starts where his neck starts.
Is it just me? Or did we miss the moment when this guy grew up? He immediately became old.
Now he looks like Professor Dumbledore from Harry Potter with very wrinkled hands.
And now he's become a cyborg. God, what's going on here?
Could he really be one of those characters who didn't die here?
No, as far as this character is concerned, I would like him to be killed.
Squidward, you cursed him, and because of that, some projectile hit him.
Well, this guy wasn't destined to survive, and that's why he exploded.
I wonder which character will be next. Let's see.
He looks like some kind of caramel square. I can't even imagine who he is.
God, I'm tired of watching these idiots evolve. Maybe we should watch something else?
Brother, why are you such a bore? It irritates me sometimes.
Spongebob, let's watch some video related to games.
Oh, by the way, that's a great idea. I remember I saw a video recently that I wanted to watch.
So what are we waiting for? Maybe you can explain what this video is?
I'm starting to guess what he's talking about. This is a video in which different cars are tested.
So what are we waiting for? Let's go there right now. Patrick, that's not what I'm talking about. Why are these SpongeBobs multicolored?
Yo, am I going to do an obstacle course here?
Dude, this is really true. You'll have to go through this whole obstacle course.
Stop, did you really think that motorcycles could ram buses?
And now they will go again. Only they will be increased.
I think only the most gigantic motorcycles will be able to complete this entire obstacle course.
I don't say this often, but now I really agree with you.
Look, the red and blue motorcycles managed to pass before the buses fell.
Yes, but they still couldn't overcome the challenge of the giant Thomas the Tank Engine.
Now it's time for even bigger bikes.
These guys already have a much better chance. Even these buses are no obstacle for them.
But Thomas the Tank Engines still remain an insurmountable obstacle.
Well, let's look at the biggest motorcycles now.
I doubt that buses will be an obstacle for them.
Look, regular SpongeBob couldn't get any further, and red and blue SpongeBob won!
And they have reached the next test in which they will compete against others.
Even Mr. Krabs is here. Okay, let's see who can win.
Does everyone really have to drive through this huge hole with spikes? It's impossible.
Steve from Minecraft couldn't do it. Who can do it?
There's no one in this car at all. Is that the Ghost Rider?
It really looked very strange, but he couldn't go further either.
This car didn't have a chance from the start. They just broke it for nothing.
Seriously? A huge van? Guys, he'll end up at the bottom too.
Look, he's going pretty fast, and he could even fly over that hole.
Fly? He's not a bird. He has to go.
Patrick, that's a figurative expression. By the way, look, it's Mr. Krabs.
He also had a great chance to fly to the other end of this hole, but he didn't manage it.
SpongeBob, how long have you been Spider-Man?
Patrick, it's just a costume. This is the most ordinary SpongeBob. And by the way, he didn't pass this test.
It's strange. I thought he would fly over the hole using a web.
They decided to overcome this challenge together. Will they be able to do it?
Really? They passed this test as if it was the easiest test in their lives.
Well, now it's time to move on to the next obstacle course. And what awaits us here?
This is some kind of huge descent along multicolored platforms under which there are cannons.
And the first one to go forward is the tiny cameraman. This guy doesn't have a chance.
Look, so far he's doing pretty well. He's just flying forward.
Oh no! Unfortunately, one of the cannon shells hit it and broke this motorcycle.
That's because he's too small, although I thought he could land on one of the cannonballs and fly to the end.
Patrick, you do understand that this is impossible?
Yo, did you even see what just happened? That cannonball turned that car into a pancake.
It's good that there was no one inside. I think in this situation, the chance of survival was 0.
Fire truck? Guys, this fire truck will definitely be destroyed.
By the way, he overcame the first platform quite easily, but the second shell already hit him.
I knew from the start that they shouldn't let this car go through this test.
This machine should put out fires and not jump on all sorts of platforms.
Now it's time for Lightning McQueen's monster truck. I think he has a chance.
I don't think so. He's going too slow and that could get him destroyed.
Oh no! His wheels didn't hold up on landing and he couldn't even reach the very end.
I think this guy had the worst mechanics.
Well, this machine is quite big, but I think it can still be destroyed with cannons.
And you were right. It was finally destroyed and now it is flying into the very abyss.
I hope at least one version of Spongebob can make it to the finish line.
Yes, for some reason it seems to me that the two of them definitely won't be able to win.
This is because they are driving at the same time. If they had driven in turns, their chances would have been greater.
The blue giant Spongebob will definitely not make it to the finish line, but the red one was able to get into this portal.
So now the main thing is to hope that he will still be able to overcome all these obstacles.
But this obstacle course is much more interesting because there are many more obstacles here.
Dynamite from Minecraft? Okay, that's actually going to be dangerous.
It seems to me that smaller vehicles have a much greater advantage here.
No, SpongeBob. Everyone knows that the bigger the car, the cooler it is.
I'm not even going to argue with you because it's useless. And by the way, the little car didn't even pass the first test.
It's time for the second cool car and it's gold. But unfortunately, it didn't come to the first test either.
No, look, she can still go on, and she even walked past those green cubes.
Not quite. She got tangled up in one of them.
Well, it's actually a miracle that it was able to get this far.
I was hoping it would go further, but now we'll look at the next transport.
A giant bus with a Spider-Man head? Horrible transport.
How did he get through that first test so easily? And he even managed to fly past the 2 green cubes.
He knocked down this fence without any difficulty and crashed into dynamite, but unfortunately he crashed into a ravine.
Well, for now, this is the record holder among all other participants.
Now it's time for another monster truck, and he even took off on that ramp.
Thanks to this, he even flew over all the green cubes, but the blue fence has removed one of his wheels.
Oh no, he was as close to the finish as possible, but these sledgehammers still finally threw him off the track.
There are only 2 last participants left. I wonder who will be able to pass this.
This Porsche with Spider-Man's head on the roof looks weird.
This machine will only make it to the end if it has superpowers like Spider-Man.
No, Squidward, look! He easily overcomes all the challenges on his way.
He reached the ravine practically without damage, but unfortunately, here he began to roll over.
And this spinning thing stopped him after all. Well, all that's left is to see how the final car will go.
I really hope that he will be able to pass this test.
I think he will succeed. He is the biggest of them all.
Do you even see how quickly he goes through all this? It's like he doesn't give a damn about all these tests.
Both of his wheels broke, but he was still able to finally reach this portal.
I'm really shocked by how this guy actually manages to get through absolutely everything.
Well, now it's time for the last test, and it looks like it will be the most boring one.
They will simply try to climb up this ladder, and the smallest car will, of course, lose.
I don't think anyone will be able to pass this test except the biggest version of me.
Yeah, they're all too small. I don't think they have a chance.
This police car will definitely crash into the first step.
You were right, SpongeBob. It was known from the start that this had no chance.
Is this a monster truck Cybertruck? Who even came up with the idea to do this?
But by the way, I thought that she would also crash into the first step, but she was luckier.
Now it's time for me to try to climb up on the quad bike.
Look, you really took off, and it looks like you're going to rise to the top now.
Oh, no, seriously? And I really hoped that this guy would get to the top.
There are 2 last participants left, and now Mater from Cars will try to get to the top.
Look how confidently he flies up, but he was literally just a few steps short of getting there.
Well, I'm sure that the very last participant will still be able to reach the very top because it's gigantic.
Now we need to choose what we're going to watch after he wins?
I think it would be a great idea to watch a video about a magnetic constructor.
Look, he got to the end. Well, now we can move on to the next video.
Great, let's go!
Spongebob, don't you think it's strange that Patrick developed intelligence in a day?
What are you talking about, Squidward? Patrick was always smart.
Hey, how did these things connect? Is this magic?
Oh yeah, I forgot that you are best friends.
This guy made some kind of big tin can.
A tin can? But why? He has to create us.
Are we really going to watch this guy play with steel marbles all day today?
Steel marbles, wow, this is cool.
Looks like we're really going to do this.
Squidward, relax. Let's just see what this guy will do.
Why does he keep making this tin can thicker?
Maybe because it's not a tin can, but one of the elements of the body.
These are eyes. These are definitely my eyes.
What? He took your eyes to make some stupid craft?
Oh my god, why did I even agree to do reviews with you?
Probably because you're our best friend, Squidward.
No, because I get paid for it.
Hooray! He's finally making my square pants.
Square pants, which are made of balls?
Oh, come on. Don't be a bore. He did it pretty cool.
Don't you think these shoes are too big?
Yes, they are almost like his head.
Guys, he made a perfect figurine. I don't know why you're picking on me.
It's not finished yet! Wait, are his eyes moving?
How did he do it? It's some kind of magic.
To be honest, I didn't even understand how it happened.
This is definitely some kind of magic. Nothing else.
He already added a tie. All that's left is to add your mouth, my friend.
Wait, did he really make this whole figurine that fast? It turned out pretty good.
I would definitely put such a figurine on my shelf and admire it.
Why? You can just come to visit me and look at me.
SpongeBob, I hate to bother you, but
Oh, SpongeBob, I completely forgot that we live next door. I definitely have to come visit.
I certainly understand that you need to discuss this, but here...
Patrick, I'll be waiting for you with impatience. What do you want for dinner?
I don't even know. Probably lasagna?
Guys, this magnet is going to destroy this figurine.
Oh no, this is going to end now. What are we going to do?
Nothing anymore. It is completely destroyed.
Oh no, she looked perfect. Although, well, never mind.
And here finally other characters will be added.
Are you serious? You really don't give a damn that a piece of art was destroyed?
Oh, come on, Squidward. You can always make a new one.
And judging by how quickly this guy makes these figures, he won't have any problems with this.
I always knew that you have absolutely no intention of art and its value.
By the way, look! They're making a Mr. Krabs figurine!
Why is there a green ball? Mr. Krabs doesn't have anything green.
Maybe it's an auxiliary ball? This is the only logical application I can think of.
I hope that this is really true, and it doesn't leave green balls in his mouth.
By the way, I wonder if he will really make him have such thin legs as he actually has.
But then he will be unstable. I wonder what he will come up with.
I doubt that this will be some kind of brilliant solution.
Wait, Green Eyes? Dude, stop it.
Yeah, I think he's doing a pretty bad job of Mr. Krabs.
I still can't understand why he chose green. He has white eyes.
Maybe it's a material that glows in the dark? Although I doubt it.
Look, he's making a claw for him.
I hope he fixes this figure because it doesn't look right at the moment.
I can't imagine how he will make his arms so thin.
I don't think these thin hands will hold these heavy claws.
He decided to attach the claw to the body? Okay, that's a smart move.
What will he do next? He needs to get his feet on the ground somehow.
Dude, these legs are too fat. Mr. Krabs has different legs.
And I like what I got. It looks cool.
I won't argue with you, Patrick. It's pointless. You don't understand art.
Actually, I'm quite good at art. You just don't know it.
If you are good at art, then I am good at driving. And by the way, I don't have a driver's license.
Me too. But someday we will definitely get it together and we will ride together.
Look, he's making a figurine of me. It's definitely me.
I think he got the size slightly wrong. He should have made you fatter.
Are you now hinting that I am overweight?
Actually, he doesn't hint at it. He tells you about it directly.
Actually, it's really offensive, and in fact, I'm not that fat.
Come on, Patrick. Don't be offended. When you walk into a building, your belly walks in first, and then you walk in a minute later.
It was a funny joke, Squidward, but I think Patrick might get offended.
I know, SpongeBob, and you have no idea how much I care.
You missed the whole moment of my figurine creation. Just look at it.
It would be great if this guy added moving eyes here too.
To be honest, it looks creepy. I wouldn't want to see it.
Look, he attached my hand so it looks like I'm waving to you all.
By the way, he made you legs exactly the same thickness as Mr. Krabs. It's unbelievable.
White color? But who among our familiar characters is white?
It's obvious, SpongeBob. Right now, he's doing Sandy.
More helper balls. I hope he doesn't leave them behind like he did with Mr. Krabs.
What are these silver balls? But what are they for?
Why should I explain everything to you like little children? He's making shoes for her right now.
Oh, right, those are her shoes. Okay, the silver shoes look great.
And now it looks like he's going to make a head.
I hope he does it well, otherwise Sandy will be offended.
I think she won't care at all because she won't even see this video.
Why did he attach her head to the bottom? It's not supposed to be there.
Because it's not the head, idiot. It's her tail. And he added it where it needed to be.
It would be funny if he mixed them up and left them like that.
When is he going to add a head? I'm scared to look at Sandy without a head.
I'm more interested in finding out how he'll add a spacesuit to her. After all, there are no transparent metal balls.
But he manages to recreate her face in quite some detail. I like it.
Wow, Squidward. I think this is the first time in my life I've heard praise from you.
Don't worry, I will never say anything praiseful towards you.
Wait, that's not a real spacesuit. He added it in the editing program.
It's quite logical. Otherwise, he simply wouldn't have been able to do anything.
And now he's decided to recreate you again. I hope he won't crush us with a giant magnet this time.
This time it looks like he'll even make holes in your body. You can tell by the auxiliary green balls.
Patrick, you surprised me today. In some moments you show great intelligence, but in others you behave as usual.
I didn't understand anything you said, but I think I should say thank you.
This time he created me much faster. To be honest, I like this figure even more.
He hasn't finished it yet. Let him remove the auxiliary things.
Well, I really like this figurine much more than the last one.
And now that they finally attached a nose to me, it's time to watch how they create you.
Why did he start with such a small blue ring?
He decided to do your legs first, and it's an interesting decision.
Why did he make me such an awful color? I'm literally the same color as Mr. Krabs' t-shirt.
Maybe he will change this color to some other one later.
No, I think he'll leave it like that, and that's really sad.
Why did he make your figures perfect and turn me into some kind of blue monster?
Come on, Squidward. It's not that bad.
And you're telling me this? Dude, he literally made a better version of you. He made you skinny.
Calm down. Maybe you'll still like the final result when he finishes it.
I can already see that it is not. Just look at my blue face. God, it's terrible.
Okay, I agree. It does look stupid. Maybe he didn't have enough silver balls?
Okay, I can't watch this anymore. SpongeBob, can we watch something else?
How about watching a video about how we turn into Orbeez?
Great idea. It will definitely be better than what we are watching now.
Wait, what? But I don't want to turn into Orbeez.
Patrick, this will all happen on video.
These guys drew me in the sand, and very beautifully.
Is this Spider-Man? SpongeBob, your fan, Spider-Man.
Patrick is just a regular guy in a Spider-Man costume.
No! Ordinary men are not given Spider-Man costumes.
Maybe then this really is the real Spider-Man?
Oh my God, you are such idiots.
Why is he digging this hole? There was such a beautiful drawing here before.
You probably forgot that the main theme of this video is Orbeez.
Wait, are they going to make a giant pool shaped like me?
I get it. They are going to make it in order to fill it completely with Orbeez.
What is this bucket? There is some strange thing in it.
I think this is concrete for making a pool.
I think they could do it without concrete.
Most likely they do this to prevent various liquids from spilling through the sand.
Why are you talking about liquid? There will be Orbeez here.
Look, they installed some walls inside. It looks weird.
Do you really not understand that this is done so that these orbs hold their shape?
Where do they get so many bottles of Orbeez?
Maybe they have a whole factory of Orbeez somewhere?
Guys, just don't tell me that you don't know how Orbeez are actually made.
By the way, I still don't know. I used to think that black Orbeez were hamster eyes.
Wait, you really thought that and nothing bothered you?
God, the more I get to know you, the more shocked I am that you are my neighbors.
And also, we are your best friends. Yes, Squidward?
No, and you will never become them.
It's so sweet that you're afraid to admit it on our YouTube channel.
By the way, SpongeBob, look. For some reason, he started filling the pool with green Orbeez.
Maybe he forgot what color SpongeBob really is?
How is this even possible? I think everyone knows that it is yellow.
How do you know? You're colorblind?
Most likely, he just heard it from others.
Yes, in fact, I see everyone in different shades of gray.
By the way, I think that these are actually yellow Orbeez. It's just that they became like that because of their transparency.
By the way, why do they make white Orbeez? They look like spider eggs.
In general, all Orbeez look like multicolored caviar.
This is probably one of the few times I agree with you.
I really want to see what this sculpture will look like in the end.
So far, I really like it quite a lot. I even want my own painting of it.
They're doing this on some beach. I hope they cleaned it all up after themselves.
Otherwise, all this garbage will float straight to the bottom of the ocean.
I'm sure they'll clean it up. They're good guys, right?
He's already pouring out white Orbeez. I wonder how much time he has left.
I don't think they should hurry. Otherwise, they might mix up the colors.
I think only an idiot like you can mix up the colors, or a colorblind person. Again, like you.
It sounded offensive, but I won't be offended at you. After all, you are my friend.
You have no idea how much I don't care.
This guy even made my eyes blue. It looks so cool.
Well, to be honest, in this picture, you don't really look like your real self.
Can you even imagine how hard you have to try to make this picture look like this?
Guys, calm down. I really like what they did.
I really don't like this green color. I hope they fix it.
Patrick, this is impossible. The whole problem is that the light is falling incorrectly.
I don't think you'll be able to explain it to him, but let's continue watching anyway.
They only have a little bit left to finish this painting.
I don't think pink is the right color for this. They should have gone with some dark red.
It seems to me that in that case it would look like some kind of huge blood stain.
I agree, so it's better to leave everything as is.
Orange! But I don't have any orange color at all.
They probably wanted to show the shadow this way, but it turned out very badly.
I agree, it looks disgusting.
Maybe they just didn't have the right color Orbeez. But even with that, it looks cool.
They decided to put orange even here, but there should be brown here.
I think these guys are terrible Orbeez artists.
Yes, I completely agree. I absolutely do not like what they did.
Come on, guys. You haven't seen the final result yet.
I can already see that nothing adequate will come out of this.
Calm down. Let's just watch this video to the end and see how it all works out.
Yes, there's very little left, but I still hope they'll remove these green Orbeez.
How do you even know they are green if you are colorblind?
I can tell the difference between shades, and I know for sure that this color is different from the original color of Spongebob.
Wait, is that soda? But why is it here?
There is a lot of it, and it is completely different.
Blue Coca-Cola? I don't think that's soda.
At least this can will definitely contain soda.
This guy tried to deceive us, and that's why I don't want to believe him anymore.
I still want to understand why he has so much soda here.
Maybe he wants to give water to a large number of hungry children?
No. He just dumps all this baking soda into this pool of Orbeez.
What? But why is he doing this? This is so stupid!
I told you from the very beginning that this is an idiotic video.
Just don't tell me he was actually going to pour all that water right into that pool.
And what do you think? Why did he bring it all here?
God, I really hope he doesn't completely ruin this whole picture.
That's exactly what he's going to do. Just look at all that soda in there.
I think I will never understand the meaning of this action.
Me too. And why does he pour different colored sodas in here? He'll ruin everything.
Well, now this picture looks as awful as possible, and I think it will only get worse.
I wish I had that much soda at home. Why is he pouring it out?
Wait, do you also see this gesture that SpongeBob makes with his hand?
Oh my god, what the hell? Why did they do this?
He's actually showing the middle finger. This is unacceptable.
I've never done this in my life. It's weird that they decided to portray me like this here.
There's really a lot of soda in this pool, and it scares me.
I wouldn't call it a pool. It's more like some kind of stupid puddle.
And now it's time for pink Coca-Cola. Where did they even find that?
And aren't you embarrassed by blue and purple Coca-Cola? Or, for example, yellow and blue Sprite?
There's also a 5-liter bottle of Fanta. I don't think they sell those anywhere.
I think it's just water with dye and nothing more.
He finally opens these weird giant bottles. I can't believe that's what's in there.
Do you even see that Mountain Dew color? It looks like acid.
I don't think anyone would drink a liquid of that color.
I think they just don't have enough budget to buy original soda.
This is quite logical. I think many people would do the same.
Well, this is a really weird video, but I'm still interested to know how it ends.
SpongeBob, your color has finally changed to green, to be honest. It looks extremely stupid.
It's like you've been turned upside down, like you know that rough side of a sponge.
I understand what you're talking about, and it's really weird.
I am absolutely sure that there are no such big bottles of soda. This is definitely a fake.
This is all starting to look extremely disgusting. To be honest, I don't want to look at this anymore.
This happens extremely rarely, but now I agree with you, SpongeBob.
Guys, maybe we should watch something else then?
Great idea, Patrick. Squidward, maybe you have some suggestions?
I recently saw a video where some guy was making pancakes in the shape of us.
Pancakes in the shape of us? Sounds strange, but interesting.
Maybe then right now we will go watch this video?
Great idea, guys. Then let's not waste time and go there.
Looks like this is another YouTube video.
And here they will cook pancakes in the shape of us. Isn't that cool?
SpongeBob, I don't want to turn into a pancake.
Oh my God, Patrick, you'll just be drawn on a frying pan.
So no one will want to eat me? Great.
By the way, they are now drawing me as a baby on this frying pan.
This is the only stage of your life when you were bearable.
Were you really that cute?
It would be great if you always stayed like this.
Are they really going to paint this baby now?
What are these blue dots on your body? Are you sick?
Yes, as far as I remember, yours were a slightly different color.
Actually, when I was little, they really were that color.
Wait, what kind of liquid is this? Can you eat it?
Well, yes. After all, they actually make pancakes out of it.
This is the coolest thing about this video. They actually make edible stuff.
I can't imagine how well you need to be able to draw to do this the first time.
I'm sure there was much more than one attempt. They just don't show it to us.
Look, he painted everything yellow, but why did he do that?
Because the next thing he'll do is flip that pancake.
I really want to see what it looks like after he flips it over.
I think all the lines that were there got mixed up.
Now we'll find out. It's time to flip the pancake.
Well, don't delay. Do it!
Is this really the same pancake he made at the very beginning?
No, I don't believe in it. It's some kind of magic.
These are real pancakes that they make, and I am shocked by it.
Okay, let's see what happens next. I'm already interested.
Now they're going to make a new pancake, and it's a pancake in the shape of a regular Spongebob.
Squidward, how do you know who's next?
Yes, even I didn't quite understand where you got this information from.
Actually, in the upper right corner, there is a line drawn where they prepare these pancakes.
By the way, I didn't notice it at first. Thanks, Squidward.
Why did he decide to paint your mouth right away? He could have done it later.
I think he knows better how to cook these pancakes because he makes them perfect.
I really hope that today we will have time to see how he cooks me.
Patrick, that sounded weird. Say that line again and differently.
Okay. I want to watch him make the most beautiful pancake.
Are you saying that a pancake in your shape will be the most beautiful one here?
Oh no, guys, let's not fight about this.
SpongeBob, I think this pancake is much prettier than the previous one.
I'll have to wait a really long time for my turn, but I hope we'll still see my pancakes.
He's doing that yellow fill again. Okay, I guess that's how it should be.
I really look at this and don't believe it's edible. How can you even eat such beauty?
I hope my pancakes will be much more beautiful than yours.
You can hope as much as you want, but you will still have to admit the fact that my pancake looks the most beautiful.
Don't be so sure about that. By the way, SpongeBob's pancake didn't turn out very nice because there was a yellow spot on it.
I won't argue with you because I don't want to, but I still think my pancake is pretty good.
Now it's time for the next pancake, and it will finally be me.
I think I can turn away from the screen because now there will be the ugliest pancake of all we have ever seen.
Squidward, stop being such a bore. Let's just watch the cooking process.
I'd rather watch his regret, where he realizes that his pancakes aren't the most beautiful.
That definitely won't happen. It works a little differently.
To be honest, it's a bit hard for us to comment on this video.
He's right. The problem is that we haven't slept for 24 hours.
Actually, we did it for the content and so that our subscribers would like our videos.
We will have an interesting video coming out very soon, and I would like to ask you to subscribe so you don't miss it.
The main thing is to avoid spoilers. And by the way, we just saw little Patrick.
I hope at least this time you won't say anything bad.
Why did he decide to circle me with a red marker? Am I that red?
Well, actually, your outline has always been red, and so it's quite logical.
And now they've also circled it in black? What could that mean?
Actually, that's the right decision. Now they're pouring that pink liquid on it.
I wonder how long it takes to actually make one of these pancakes.
This pancake is almost ready. I can't wait to see it.
Why does he take so long to turn over? It drives me crazy.
Let's look at this pancake. Wow, okay, it really looks a lot cooler than SpongeBob's pancake.
Yes, Patrick, I'm even starting to envy you a little.
Bro, stop it. I'm just more beautiful than you were drawn on the pancakes.
Please, someone eat it already so that we can move on to the next character.
Do you want pancakes in your shape so much that you're ready to step over the entire line?
Let's finally see what kind of pancakes in the form of a corridor will be made here.
Oh my god, little Squidward looks nothing like I imagined him.
Patrick better tell me, when will you stop whining about every little thing?
Guys, stop arguing and let's focus on these insanely beautiful pancakes.
I can't act normal when I hear Patrick. He drives me crazy.
I really want to take this as a compliment, but unfortunately I can't.
Oh my god, can we get back to the video already?
Yes, this guy has already flipped my pancake, and just look how beautiful I look here.
By the way, Squidward, the current, you are not at all like you were as a child.
I think it's good. It would be weird if I looked like a schoolboy at 20.
By the way, he's already going to make your pancake, and it will be his original version.
Just look at how beautifully this man draws. My God, I can't take my eyes off it.
He really does it very quickly, and I really like it.
Is it just me, or is it the author who is working much harder to create Squidward for an hour?
I can't wait to see what it will look like when it turns into color.
He really picks colors perfectly. How does he do it?
I don't know, but we'll find out for sure as soon as he turns this pancake over to face us.
Is it time to turn Squidward over? Let's do it as soon as possible. I want to see his front side.
Damn, this looks really cool. I hope this pancake is actually edible.
Okay, Squidward. I admit your pancake was indeed one of the most beautiful because it was so detailed.
Thank you very much, but I am still very far from being an artist.
I think our competition can be forgotten because all these pancakes turned out to be quite good.
Yes, but I would still like to know whose pancake was actually better.
I think we can ask our subscribers whose pancake they thought was the best.
Spongebob, I think that was one of the best decisions you ever made.
Guys, write in the comments whose pancake you like better, and we will count the comments and choose the winner.
By the way, now for some reason we're making a baby Mr. Krabs here.
I don't think he would be happy if he saw how he is interpreted here.
Yes, that's exactly why we'll tell him that we didn't watch it.
Okay, buddy, turn it over quickly and we'll send it further here.
Okay, buddy, turn it over quickly and we'll move on.
This pancake turned out pretty nice, but what happens next?
I'm not used to seeing Mr. Krabs as such a baby. Was he ever like that?
It's finally time for the next pancake, and it's going to be a grown-up Mr. Krabs.
Why did they decide to depict him here in such a pose? He is very scared.
He must have noticed that Plankton stole his secret recipe again.
No, most likely he just saw someone throw $1 in the trash.
Oh yeah, he always reacts like that when he sees someone mishandling money.
By the way, this pancake was made surprisingly quickly. I don't remember any other pancake being made so quickly.
I agree. I think that was a record for making a pancake.
And it turned out quite beautiful if you don't pay attention to that strange red spot.
Another pancake is ready, and now it looks like we'll see Baby Plankton's pancake.
A pancake in the shape of a baby plankton. Is there anything smaller than that?
Look at him. He's such a cutie. You can't even tell from this little guy that he'll become a villain.
And it seems to me that he is the biggest loser villain in the whole world.
Actually, he has many other victories that you don't know because you don't communicate with him.
Why do I need this? I don't need another idiot around me.
Wait, I think the pancake in the shape of Baby Plankton was prepared even faster.
SpongeBob, forgive me, but I want to eat.
Oh my God, Patrick, do you ever think about anything other than food?
Well, then I think we can make an end to this video.
Go ahead, I don't mind.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like it and write comments under this video.
And be sure to subscribe to our channel in order to see as soon as possible a very interesting video that we are preparing for you.
Squidward, don't tell them about the secret video or it won't be a secret anymore.
Today we'll take a look at completing an impossible obstacle course.
Impossible? But how can you get past the impossible?
This is a figurative expression.
Figurative? And what do figures have to do with it?
Oh my God, Patrick, read the dictionary sometime.
What a jump, did you see that?
After this, his driver's license should be taken away.
Will there be more movie inserts here?
I have never watched this movie.
What is this green thing? I thought it was bushes, but it's a trampoline.
He bounces on it very strangely. It scares me.
I think this motorcycle is going to fall right on his head.
He was really very lucky.
One more jump. I hope he will be okay this time too.
Why does the motorcycle start to wobble so much?
I think he starts going backwards because of these yellow arrows.
They really don't let him get up. It's really annoying.
Maybe at least on the second try he will be able to do it.
It seems to me that this arrow is too strong and he definitely won't be able to get up.
His bike is broken. It looks like the rise won't work this time.
Doesn't it seem strange to you that Spider-Man rides a motorcycle?
By the way, yes, usually he moved on a web.
But this jump already looks much more dangerous. He will definitely be in trouble.
He falls for too long. It reminds me of a GTA video.
Are you talking about that video where people were falling endlessly from all sorts of tall buildings?
Did you see that? Wait, what is he doing? Is he twerking?
Okay, that was actually pretty funny, but I think that fall was really painful.
Oh my God, that Mexican man always really irritated me.
Squidward, is there anything in this world that doesn't piss you off?
Yes, it doesn't bother me to stay home alone and play the clarinet.
Yes, you live a very boring life.
Why is he holding the steering wheel with him while he's falling? Is he still trying to steer something?
It would be strange if he continued to hold it even after such a fall.
Oh no, God, it landed right in his groin?
Damn, everything inside me immediately clenched. It hurts so much.
I think that after falling from such a height, he didn't feel any more pain.
Oh my God, I think after such a fall, he definitely won't be able to do anything more.
Why are there so many Sonic movie clips here?
I don't know, but the editor manages to insert them where needed.
I think he shouldn't have accelerated so much before that hill.
Ouch! I think that after this, he won't be able to get up.
They have looped this clip. It hurts me every time I watch it.
Another Sonic insert! Why are there so many of them?
I don't know, but it looks cool.
By the way, have you seen that our channel already has 5 subscribers?
Patrick, actually, it's very little.
Squidward, we just started our channel. I hope our subscribers like our content.
Please write comments under this video. This will greatly help in promotion.
Maybe we can continue commenting on this video?
Squidward, you are a real ball.
But I'm absolutely sure that I'm not an idiot.
This track is simply impossible to pass. Did you even see how fast the motorcycle accelerated?
There were those green things again at the very end.
What is this anyway? I think they are rubber.
Maybe you're right. By the way, just look at how it flies.
He even did a backflip. And in my opinion, the landing will be quite painful.
In general, don't you think it's really weird that Spider-Man just decided to fall so many times?
Why are you acting like Patrick now?
What do you mean?
He probably wants to say that you are too cool and cheerful right now.
No, that's not quite what I meant.
So don't keep me in suspense. Tell me what you really meant.
I meant that you are asking two stupid questions. It is obvious that this is not the real Spider-Man.
Really? And all this time I thought that it was the real Spider-Man who keeps falling and that's why he doesn't die.
Oh my God, Spongebob! Don't think I'm that stupid. I knew it from the start.
So why did you ask this question then?
I meant that these videos have a very stupid concept.
Dude, I don't think the 3 million people who watch this video think so.
I don't care what they think. I'm irritated by what's going on here.
Oh my God, someday you will stop being such a bore.
I don't know how heavy the thing that falls on my head would have to be for me to start thinking like you.
Look, he touched his head to that green thing again, and then the car fell on his head.
Oh, this is my favorite song. I love it.
How can you call this a song? There's no clarinet in it. And here's that Mexican dude again.
I don't know what's wrong with him. I think he's really funny.
Wait, what was that? A missile? Are there other weapons here?
There are some other sticky bombs there. I think they explode very painfully.
I don't know how it can be enjoyable to watch Spider-Man suffer.
How many times do I have to tell you that this isn't the real Spider-Man?
Then why did they choose this skin for him instead of the default one?
Well, actually, this skin looks much cooler.
They have other videos on their channel that also feature different skins like Batman and Iron Man.
Okay, then I don't see the point in these skins at all.
He did a few backflips. I think he got really dizzy.
I think that's the least of his worries in this situation.
That thing smacked him on the butt. Okay, that was really funny.
Wait, we've already seen this. He picked up speed again to climb that hill.
Yes, it looks like this guy doesn't learn anything from life.
Because of these constant cuts with this movie, I'm starting to really want to watch it.
Even I've already watched this movie. I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
Did he do a backflip and get back on the bike? That was a cool trick.
Those yellow arrows again? Who put so many of them? They really accelerated it.
There are also flare guns here, but he actually managed to dodge them all.
Finally, some Spider-Man inserts. I think there should have been more of them.
How did he dodge all of this so well? Wait, is he stuck in textures?
I doubt he can walk through walls, so yes, he's definitely stuck.
I didn't think that this game could have bugs. By the way, he still managed to get out of the textures.
And where will it fly to anyway? Okay, there is a floor here after all.
Yo, I think this is a very weird position for riding a motorcycle.
Maybe he wants to do some kind of stunt or something like that.
Yo, has anyone done this in real life? I think it takes many years to learn.
I doubt he'll be able to land correctly.
And I don't lose hope. So far, it's flying very cool.
No, it's pretty obvious that he'll just fall down. He doesn't know how to sit down properly.
Patrick, it looks like your hopes just got dashed on some bridge.
Oh no, if I had put money on this, I would be very upset right now.
There are hearts flying in the background, but it seems to me the atmosphere here is absolutely not about love.
They used this insert for the second time. I think the editor needs to be punished.
Is this arrows? Oh my God, this guy is unlucky.
Now this arrow will fall right on him and kill him.
And why did it just take off? I didn't know that this motorcycle was flying.
There was some kind of steam pressure that most likely threw him up.
I wonder if we'll ever see him go through the entire obstacle course.
I doubt that something like this will happen in this video, but don't lose hope.
Did they finally change the skin? This isn't Spider-Man anymore.
Yes, it's Iron Man. Looks like they finally decided to torture him.
Maybe something happened to Spider-Man after his last trick.
Yo, don't you think this is a bit too cruel?
How did they find such a suitable insert for this situation?
You don't care about anything at all what's going on in this video other than the inserts, right?
I can't watch this. I really feel sorry for Iron Man.
So you didn't feel sorry for Spider-Man at all, but you have some special feelings for Iron Man?
Actually, Spider-Man doesn't feel pain like Iron Man because Iron Man doesn't have superpowers other than technology.
By the way, yes, it is quite logical. They finally started using inserts from Iron Man.
But to be honest, this insert was pretty idiotic.
Why does he also use different transport if he can fly?
Don't you think that his obstacle course is much harder than Spider-Man's?
Maybe the creator of this video loves Spider-Man much more?
Yo, what the hell is going on the screen? This insert is idiotic.
In my opinion, there are many more inserts here than moments from the game.
Yes, you're right. Now, for some reason, we've started to see different inserts much more often.
To be honest, I'm already tired of watching these superheroes suffer.
I can't say I'm tired. I just feel sorry for them.
And it's already starting to seem to me that now, thanks to these bets, we'll watch a whole movie.
Wait, they decided to bring back Spider-Man again? He probably would have recovered.
But this time, he was also placed in a very difficult obstacle course.
Is this a football insert? I hate football. This video is getting more and more boring.
In that case, it seems to me that now is the best time to finish this video.
Yes, guys, so subscribe to the channel, give this video a like if you liked it, and be sure to write something in the comments if you want to continue watching our reactions. Today we will see how Chalolelo Chalala will kill Tuntun Sahur.
Oh, hooray! This is my favorite meme on the internet.
I didn't even doubt it. I think this is the stupidest thing that was invented on the internet.
And I like it.
Rest in peace, my friend. You shouldn't be lying there.
Has he finally died, and I'll stop seeing them in my recommendation feed?
Squidward, show him some compassion.
How did he die anyway? I need to know this urgently.
Were these two idiots friends when they were kids? They look a bit like you.
Come on, don't be such a bore. They're cool.
They play the same game where you have to whack a mole. Only here, instead of a mole, there is Tralalelo Tralala.
I would like to play such a game too, and believe me, I wouldn't miss.
It seems to me that you don't know how to handle any instrument except your pipe.
If you call my clarinet a pipe one more time, I swear I'll come and break it over your head.
Patrick, I think you made him really angry.
Relax, my friend. Watch this animation and calm down.
Friend, I've got an idea. I'll make you a new one, okay?
I didn't have time to rejoice that they broke his bat before they immediately made him a new one.
They haven't done it yet. They're just trying to do it.
I don't think they're quite successful. They just cut down the tree.
Hooray! It fell right on him. Well, there's one less idiot.
Don't you feel sorry for him at all? Oh my God, Squidward, you're so insensitive.
Also, this crocodile died? Great! There really are fewer of them left.
What? Oh no! Not Bombardilo Crocodilo. He was my favorite.
And why did he die? Were they flying in a race with Tralalelo?
Do you think this cute shark is to blame for this again?
Cute shark! Spongebob! Have you even seen what he looks like? He's a predator!
By the way, we didn't see sharks that often in our cartoon. There were only 3 of them.
Where are we going? Wait, I'll stop. I'll let you in this time, Bombardero.
Did he actually press that remote control? Oh my God, that's so bad!
Excellent! This rocket is flying straight at him.
Squidward, you are truly heartless. How can you treat death so easily?
I don't give a damn about them. And it looks like the cappuccino ballerina died here.
Did that Tralalelo Tralala kill them all?
The ballerina tried to teach him to roller skate, but something went wrong.
It reminds me of some kind of date or something like that.
They were like in love and this guy killed her?
It's much harder for him to roller skate than for her because he has 2 pairs of legs.
And she actually has a huge cup of cappuccino on her head. And you think it's really easy for her?
Squidward, since when did you start defending brain rot memes?
Is this thing really called that? Okay, I'll keep that in mind for the future.
Oh no! Right now he's gonna crash into a huge crowd of children.
They need to be saved somehow. Someone help.
It was pretty selfless, but that doesn't change the fact that she's a stupid meme.
But by the way, this time she didn't die. Does that mean she'll die a little later?
Yes, it will happen right now. She will be hit by a car.
My God, they all really died just because of carelessness. Tra-la-lelo, tra-la-la.
I'm so sorry, ballerina. You two chimpanzini.
How much more? Did he really bury all his friends?
That's pretty logical. I think you have the same amount of brains as him.
But I feel especially sorry for Chimpanzini because he's a pretty positive guy.
He didn't recognize his friend and really thought that a shark was going to hunt him.
I told you that they are absolutely all stupid there.
What I found down here.
What the? Hey, get out of here. I want to be alone.
It turns out he's not as cute as he initially seemed.
Not only is he not cute enough, he's also stupid. I don't understand why we even watch videos about them.
But I think you're wrong. Look, this is another shark and it looks like it's going to eat him right now.
Bro, ask that shark not to eat him. You should know shark language.
He just stands there and watches his friend get eaten. I told you he was stupid.
It's sorry for the trouble I caused, Patapim.
Seriously? And we'll also pat up him? Dude, you're a really disgusting friend.
How did he even manage to kill him? This guy is as kind as can be.
I think you forgot that Tralalelo has already killed his friends 3 times because of his carelessness.
Okay, now it looks like he just wants to get his soccer ball.
How can they even be neighbors? They literally live in different elements.
Maybe Patapim just has a house on the seashore?
Why didn't this shark just ask him to pass him his soccer ball?
Dude, the answer to all these questions will be the same. He's just too stupid.
I think he can get what he deserves from him now, but as far as we know, Patapim should die too.
Okay, it looks like Tralalelo has taken his soccer ball, and now he should finally get out of here.
Did you really think it would be that easy? Of course this idiot will break something.
It seems to me that after this, Patapim will get very angry at him and will want to beat him.
This idiot needs to get his soccer ball and run away from here as fast as possible.
I don't think it will be that easy for him. Now they will want to give him a slap in the face.
He won't succeed because his feet are too big.
Oh no! He fell right into that hole, and now they'll bury him there.
I'm so sorry, friend. And you, Cappuccino. Cappuccino?
Now that's interesting. It turns out that not everyone survives.
Look, he actually snuck up behind him and stuck 2 huge swords into his back.
He really wanted to take revenge on him, and he finally succeeded.
Is he the only one of these idiotic memes who will survive?
No, don't kill me.
Hey, Sleeping Beauty finally woke up.
It was all a dream?
Seriously? Everything we saw before was just his dream?
Excellent. This means that none of them died and everyone remained alive.
Squidward, you're happy about this, aren't you?
I really hope this whole video would be true, but unfortunately, I will have to continue seeing these stupid pictures on the internet.
Look, and this is already some other animation, and here we need to understand what is happening.
Okay, someone killed this stupid shark with a banana. Well, the plot is quite interesting.
What? No, wait a second. I can explain.
They suspect a chimpanzee. It's quite logical, because it also looks like a banana.
Actually, it is a banana, but I don't think it matters.
Don't you find it strange that in every one of these animations, someone always dies?
Actually, we specifically chose these animations because they are interesting.
Okay, I agree. I find it much more interesting to watch them die than to watch them live.
And why is there blood on your sword?
Wait, it's not what you think.
And now this guy is under suspicion. And judging by what we saw in the last animation, he is really capable of doing this.
In fact, I don't give a damn who killed him. I'm glad that he finally won't annoy me.
I think something is wrong here. It was definitely not he who killed him.
Yes, they were just having such a great time together and cutting the cake.
Let's see. Aha! The third suspect has a tooth in his foot.
Another piece of evidence, and I think he won't get away with it this time.
It's really his tooth. Okay, looks like we found the real killer.
I think this is the most obvious proof. He won't get away with it.
I also have an alibi.
Does he also want to prove his innocence?
Lord, I'm already tired of listening to this investigation. Who's to blame?
Don't rush, Squidward. First, we need to listen to absolutely all the versions here.
Yes, he is right. We need to restore the sequence of events as it was.
Since when did you become such professional detectives?
Since birth, I think it's in my blood.
Yes, Patrick. I always thought you had the makings of a good tracker.
Stop deceiving each other. You would be the worst detectives in the world.
Look, it seems that they have restored almost the entire sequence of events.
Will they finally figure out who the killer really was all this time?
I think there will be new victims now. They need to be stopped immediately.
By the way, the ballerina Cappuccino has never been under suspicion. She needs to be checked urgently.
Spongebob, are you out of your mind? She's actually a girl. She can't be a killer.
Squidward, if you didn't know, girls can be killers too, and very often.
Let's hear her theory first. It's entirely possible that she really was the killer.
Look, it turns out there was even such a situation. It seems that everything here is extremely ambiguous.
Guys, I'm actually tired of watching this investigation. I think it's time to end the video.
You're right, SpongeBob. The court retires to consider further action.
I am constantly shocked when smart words fly out of your mouth.
Guys, subscribe to the channel and write in the comments what video you would like to watch with us. Bye, everyone. Today, we will find ourselves in Grand Theft Auto 5.
What are we gonna do there? Steal cars?
Patrick, this game is literally called Grand Theft Auto. Of course, we'll be stealing cars.
Really? I thought it stood for Giant Transformers Attack.
Oh my God, Patrick, where did you even see Transformers in this game?
I think you can meet them here. This game has literally everything.
Even a giant killer taco?
Can you even think about anything other than food?
So this is not food. He is like alive and a killer.
Did you even see how this guy fell out of the car?
Just don't tell me that throughout the video, today we will be watching different characters fall somewhere.
And I think it's very funny. Look, SpongeBob, it's Mickey Mouse.
Doesn't he know that it's dangerous to stand so close to the cliff?
Why did I push him? He seems kind.
I've always disliked him.
Why do they fall in the water? I wish they fell on the asphalt.
Squidward, I think you are too cruel.
Yes, I agree. It will be very painful for them.
Come on! These are just characters in a computer game!
I still feel sorry for them. And by the way, why am I the one dumping them?
And after this, you call me cruel?
It's not the real me doing this. It's this guy in the game.
SpongeBob, why did you jump down? Those blades will grind you up.
Don't worry, I'm Sponge, and it's impossible to hurt me.
You have no idea how much pleasure I get from watching this.
Squidward, do you really enjoy watching SpongeBob suffer?
Don't worry, Patrick. He's just joking.
No, SpongeBob. I really like watching you fall.
Squidward, you have no soul at all.
But I don't run around the field with a net like an idiot and don't hunt jellyfish.
Look, he's about to fall right onto the concrete.
Oh, it was like I felt his pain.
It's a pity that it wasn't your character.
Don't you think you're being a little toxic today?
Yo, don't you think this is a weird bunch? Me, Sonic, and Spider-Man.
What the hell? Is this a rolling toilet?
Is this thing sold on Amazon? I would love to buy it.
Why do you need a toilet with wheels?
Yes, Patrick. I can't see any practical use for this either.
Imagine how cool it would be. You can relieve yourself and go somewhere at the same time.
This is the stupidest necessity I've ever heard.
And it seems to me that the most stupid necessity is to blow a pipe every day.
I've already told you 1,000,000 times that this is not a pipe but a clarinet.
Guys, stop arguing. Mickey Mouse is falling from a tall building again.
He's just gonna turn into a pancake now.
No, it doesn't work like that in this game. He just fell very quickly.
Wait, did he really just get up and go about his business after that?
Now I understand why he's okay. He's just a superhero.
Now it's time for Sonic to fall down. I wonder if he's a superhero too.
Actually, yes. He always positioned himself as a superhero.
The fact that he has superpowers doesn't mean he's a superhero.
Look how high he flew. This trampoline is really very powerful.
Wait, is this Mickey Mouse picnic? But why is there trash all around you?
Is this really the only thing that surprises you?
Look, Mickey Mouse is trying to run away somewhere.
Sorry, SpongeBob. Are we gonna watch someone fall all day today?
By the way, I have the same question. Does anyone really watch to the end?
By the way, I have the same question. Does anyone really watch to the end?
Okay, fine, then let's continue.
Why are you falling from some giant